Hey guys, Jess here. I'm back with another December daily and we are doing stories 19 and 20 tonight. A couple of quick spreads again. I did a lot of pre-work here, so I'm going to show you what I've done and then we're going to put them together. And yeah, it's going to be pretty quick and easy, but I hope it gives you some ideas and maybe for those of you who haven't dabbled in hybrid scrapbooking, you know, you might want to give it a whirl. So let's go ahead and jump right in. The story 19, I'm going to start with that. Story 19 is of our dogs, our three little guys. We have Melvin, Vinny, and Potter. Potter's the newest addition to the trio, or to the gang, I should say, making them a trio. And they are just the best dogs ever. They are truly a part of our family. We adore them so much. And they love car rides. And my husband snapped this picture when he was out with them one day, and it prompted a story for me, so that's what we're documenting. It's not directly Christmas related, but, you know, it made me think about, you know, if the dogs had a Christmas list for Santa, what would be on it, right? And I said, besides treats and toys, it would be car rides. So, which is their three loves in their life other than, obviously, their humans, which are us. So anyways, that's what I journaled about. And so I was trying to figure out what to do with this photo, and I decided to actually print my journal on some vellum, which is some of the pre-work I did. So I did my typing in Photoshop, and then I printed it on vellum, cut it down to size. Trick to printing on vellum: attach this to a piece of cardstock. It will hold it a little steadier and it will make sure that your printing is nice and clear on your vellum. I ran it through the first time just on the vellum and it wasn't firm enough. It didn't print all the writing. So little tip or trick for you to learn if you want to give this a whirl. And so what I've decided, I was trying to figure out how to adhere this or put this on top of the photo because I still wanted you to be able to see it. So I decided just to make it a little taller, and I creased it with my bone folder. And so what I'm going to do is actually lay this over the top, and so that way it will flip up. And we're going to adhere that down so it will flip up. And then I had some fun thickers. I have this like candy cane stripe one, so I did car rides, and then I had my small red alphas for Christmas. And so I'm just gonna put those on there, and then my 19 right at the top there. And it kind of shapes a tree too, which is really cute. So yeah, I thought that would be fun, and so that's basically the layout here. So we're gonna go ahead and tack it all down. I haven't used vellum much, but I was excited to do that. I've never, never printed on it. I don't incorporate it much into my layout, so it was really, it's a nice touch. You still see the photo through it. It's just a really cool technique, I guess, or way to, something a little different instead of just journaling or stamping right on your photo. And so there we go. There's the hinge. And just a little trick. I don't know if you can tell, but I did cut the vellum a little bit shorter on the back so that I adhere so the hinge would work seamlessly. So if you end up doing this technique. So now we've got the vellum over the photo, and I had some leftover acetate, so I just attached my thickers to it so I could play around and see what I liked. So now we're going to go ahead and stick those down. I need my tweezers, I think. Maybe, maybe not. So I just kind of want to see where this is going to land. All right. Yeah, so I thought this came out so cute. And so excited I was able to use more of my puffy letters or puffy alphas as well. because I do have quite a few, and I honestly haven't used them much lately in my scrapbooking, or at least it doesn't feel like it. So, actually, you know what? I want to move that up just a little bit. Oop. I don't want it to be too far down. And I might have to glue these, but we'll see how well they stick. The vellum is a little slick, so we will see. So it took me a while to come up with a title for this story as well. Do you ever have those? Well, I struggle with titles in general in my scrapbooking. But I was working down here last night, and I think I spent like a good half hour like playing around with alphas and just words and titles, and because I didn't have the story yet either. You know, I was thinking about just calling it like Christmas Pups, or, you know, Christmas Pups was one that came up with, and then I was like, no, I don't really love it, and, yeah, it was just like, I was stumped, and then I was just like, well, what are they doing, you know, and I started thinking about it, and I'm like, they're in the car, they love car rides, and then it just kind of snowballed. I don't know how, the idea just popped into my head, and I am slowly going at a slant here. Oh. I'm gonna try to stay straight, Jess. It's so easy. I should probably use like a ruler or something instead of just eyeballing everything. So I just love it though when an idea just kind of, it comes together, you know, and I feel like that it did with this one, right? I just think the title's so cute. The story is so cute and so true, you know, so true. They really do love the car rides. They know when, you know, as soon as we run to get our jackets, they're like, oh, car ride, we're ready to go, you know. Tails a wagging, they're already at the door. They're barking with excitement. It's so cute. Like, and they know the routine every morning. So my husband takes Wyatt to daycare, and they always go in the morning to drop him off. They go for the car ride. And then when my husband goes to pick him up, they go with him as well. And it's like they know the routine. It is so cute. And of course, Wyatt just loves it. And he gets so excited when they're there to pick him up at daycare. It's just the cutest thing. Oh, it's so cute. And the relationship they have with him is cute too. He's such an animal lover. And they adore him. Well, the two little ones do. Melvin, he's more he likes, Wyatt's a little like wild for him, should I say. So he definitely prefers adults, but he tolerates him. That's for sure. But they're all sweet. Sweet dogs. I never thought in a million years we'd have 3 either. But Melvin's getting older, and he's such a good dog that we wanted him to be, we knew we wanted to keep having dogs in our life. And so we thought, you know, we're working from home, you know, what would adding another really hurt? And then you know, Melvin would be a good mentor, and he could kind of teach him the ropes. And so we started looking, and we weren't in a rush, and we went shopping actually one day, and there were all these puppies at a pet store in like this little strip mall near where we went, and we're like, what is going on? So we went in to see the puppies, and you know, because we love dogs, and we found out it was a local rescue. So we were like, oh, that's a great, I mean, we always rescue, but we've always just gone to the shelters. And we're like, oh, let's try, you know, a different kind of rescue. So we filled an application, got approved. And as soon as we got approved, they just like immediately started, you know, sent us Potter after we gave them like kind of what we were looking for. And they're like, we think you're going to love him. He'll fit. And I thought he was cute right out the gate. And that's this guy right here. You can only see part of him. He's like a Chihuahua he's just a mix. He's a little terrier mix with little chihuahua in him, radar ears I call him. And my husband was like, oh, I don't know if I want a chihuahua. So we kind of sat on it. Originally I was like, I don't know, I'm not sure. And then we inquired more, and because I convinced my husband, I'm like, he's so cute, he's small, like, and so anyways, we reached back out. He was still available. They gave us the lowdown that he's just this mellow little snuggly guy. And so we said, sign us up. And long story short, we've had him since June, and he is the best little addition to our family. He is the sweetest little guy. He's definitely become the boss of the house, though. He's a little more vocal than what was originally told to us, but you know what? It's all good. We don't mind. So he's a sweetheart. So anyways, these guys would love nothing but car rides, treats, and toys for Christmas. And that's the story 19. And here we are, complete. Isn't that awesome? Simple, but really beautiful. And this is going on the back of story 18, so we can just adhere it. No holes need to be punched. So I didn't mention that early on, but because this one already has a binding, or not a binding, but tabs. That's what I was looking to say. We didn't need to punch holes, which worked out really well too. So let's get this attached. I'm actually gonna lift that up so I can see. And I printed this out as a 5x7 as well, so it will line up nicely on the back of story 18. And there we go. There is story 19. Car rides for Christmas. I think it's so cute. All right, so now we're moving on to story 20. And this is a Christmas light story. So I found this cut file on the Silhouette Design Store, and I'll link the cut file number in the description. So it's just a string of lights, and then I cut the little light bulbs out of different color paper. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like this little, like they're kind of shiny, but it's like I did Nuvo crystal drops, and it makes them look like light bulbs, a little shiny. So I thought that was a cute little touch. And then for this, I did this layout in Photoshop. So we were driving home on the back roads through like kind of a rural area on our way home, and we saw this neighborhood of houses like all decorated just out in the middle of nowhere, like they stood out. And so my husband actually turned around so we could go see them. And it was just so cute. There was probably like 8 houses on the street, and they all decorated. It was like this little one street neighborhood, and I snapped photos of a few of them, but I was so in awe. Like I just thought it was like the most purest, sweetest moment, like something you would see in movies, right? Like the whole neighborhood joins in and decorates for Christmas. So we, you know, it was me, my husband, and Wyatt, and we just really enjoyed driving through and seeing the lights. And so that's the story I journaled. And then I just did some larger fonts, calling it all of the lights. And then we're just going to add this string of lights on the top here. And the only other thing we have to do is punch holes. So I'm actually going to do that first, to make sure that I put my lights in the right place, because this is going to go by itself. So let's get that. I think it's just going to end up in the A a little bit, but that's fine. So I got to tell you, this hybrid scrapbooking is really fun. Like I said, if you haven't tried it, you should give it a whirl. You could probably even do it on a software called Canva if you don't have Photoshop. It's free and very user-friendly. I think I've mentioned that in another video before. But if this interests you, this style interests you at all, give it a try. Try Canva. And I'll put that link below too if you've never used it before. It's a good beginner program to start with. You can do a lot with it. And then if you desire more ability to like edit your photos and do fun things with them beyond what Canva offers, then you can certainly invest in Photoshop, but start off with something simple like that and see if you like it. I tell you what, it's been so fun to like offer this different style or add this different style into my album. Not offer, but have this different style. I like the eclectic mix of scrapbooking in my album this year. You know, you got some in page protectors, you got some out of the pages, you got some hybrid, you got some interactive and dimensional, we got some cut files. It's just been super, super fun. So lots of good stuff. I am prepared to trim the lights a little bit if I have to on this side, but we're going to glue them down and I'll worry about that after. They were a little long, but that's okay. I just want to see how it turns out. And I'm just using some of the Eileen's quick dry tacky glue. And I'm actually just going to put glue on the actual string, not on the lights. I think that will be enough. Okay. Did I put my tweezers back? I did. And I could have just left the layout like this, but I wanted to level it up a little bit. I wanted just to add a little something extra. And so I thought string lights would be a great way to do that. Oh, I actually don't need these. And I think it looks so cute. All right, there we go. And we're just going to give that a minute to dry. And then for the number, so this is story 20. I, just thought putting it on that top photo in the top right here, or left. This is your left hand, Jess. Top left here, because there's not much going on. So top left, story 20, and there you have it. Stories 19 and 20. Very quick and easy, but like I said, a lot of pre-work, but it came together quite nicely. So I hope you guys enjoyed this process video. Make sure you check out the description, the comments and description below. It will have links to what I've used here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great night. Bye.